Quaratin Heart is back with you. This is Ragged Glory.
Ragged Glory, an album with Crazy Horse.
Second cassette.
Following up, Life was his last album with Crazy Horse.
Bad.
Oof.
But this is way better.
It is way better. 1990. And
Made it to the 90s, everyone.
another tape. Another blue tape.
I like this.
We have a nice
blue.
little J card once again that I have found that was just completely black in here.
No lyrics.
Oh yeah, he always puts lyrics. He didn't put lyrics this time. So this is
And
a...
Neon likes the lyrics, etchings,
He does things in a similar fashion.
Yeah.
Oh,
Definitely has some... camera
styling.
woman. Camera woman.
On-camera styling. So what can we say about this album? It was recorded, it sounds it, and it was recorded live, like pretty much exclusively.
Yes, it's got a cover called Farmer John. That's a pretty sloppy song, though.
Well, it's called Ragged Glory. That's by definition, this album's sloppy, and we like that. It's a good thing. This album was recorded all live, all rehearsals at Neil Young's ranch. It looks like it was recorded or mixed digitally, which I find suspect, and you can kind of hear, well, not suspect, I find that a little frustrating, and you can hear that, but they took the best of these live recordings, live in studio, and made this album out of it. Like, apparently there's many versions of each song, and they listened to the best of it, and they put it out as an album. And it's all original songs.
It got a
except for one.
Pearl Jam covered the song.
Yeah, this is like 1990, so it's before Pearl Jam was, I think they were probably together.
Yeah, they had an album called Mirror Ball, which we're going to get to pretty soon.
All right, we're jumping around a bit, though. Hold on. So, yeah, you mentioned Pearl Jam. They do end up covering a song off this that we can't say the title to, or we could, but we won't. Effing up. And that was covered later on, and Pearl Jam was sort of just becoming a thing at this point. And there's also the cover, Farmer John.
Yeah, it's also typed that because, like...
Is that a cover, Farmer John?
Yeah,
Yes.
I can't... It's an old song. I can't think of who it is off the top here. We're going to put it in here somewhere, who wrote the song.
So sloppy.
Not necessarily who wrote, but who performed it to its highest.
Not
Yeah, this is a slop. It's kind of a one-note album, and I don't mean that in a bad way.
one note solo, though.
No, but every song is a similar format. There's no synthesizers. There's probably very little overdubs. And it's a rock album. This is a rock album.
Yeah.
Yes. Pretty much every well, Americana's not.
What did you want to say?
Country Home was the first song, right? That was...
I like that a lot.
Yes.
That had an old sort of like... it had a country vibe to it, but with a crunchy country vibe. I like
thankful
that.
for my country home.
Yep. Yep. Oh, watch out! You're gonna get dinged for a performance there.
Really?
Too accurate.
Oh, okay. White Line was a song from Homegrown.
Yes, originally a homegrown recording or song.
I came to you when I needed a rest. You took my love and put it to the...
Yes. This is a rock version of it.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah. Well, I really... Mother Earth, the last song, Natural Anthem.
So that sounded like it was recorded live in front of an audience.
It was recorded live, and it was just the electric guitar, him playing it, and Crazy Horse just singing.
Mm-hmm. Like a cappella.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, some of my favorites. I liked White Line and Effin' Up a lot. Mansion on the Hill was good. You know, there's no songs that were really bad to me, because it's, like I said, it's sort of a one note, and my problem with the album is that 1990 production sound, that digital drum sound, like the gated reverb thing.
Yes, Ralph Molina.
And you can hear it in the bass a bit, but the guitars sound great. I think at some point you have to overlook the fact that that's there, because it was all over every album made, almost, so you sort of have to say, just live with it. This is known as one of his most favorite albums. It's ranked rather high.
Yes. Other than Greendale.
Well, no, what I was going to say is, I read a thing in Wikipedia that it was ranked the 77th album of the 1990s, of all of the 90s
The whole decade.
This was number 77. That's pretty high.
I know.
So this is probably for, like, what most people would consider a top 10 Neil Young or Neil Young and Crazy Horse album. I don't quite rank it that high, but it's good. It's not as good as Freedom. I like Freedom better.
Same.
You like Freedom better, Camera Woman?
I did.
Miss Camera Woman? Sorry. What
As
can
you
you
saw
cor-
in the last
what can I
video,
correct
as
you?
you saw in the last video, everyone, as you saw in the text, you know, like,
Yes.
yes, you saw where it said actually Miss Camerawoman was right again.
She's always right.
I was.
Camerawoman is always right.
I tend to make corrections of things that I'm wrong about.
Of
Apparently.
him not thinking Russ never sleeps starts to end with Hey Hey My My.
What else? What was the longest track on this album?
Love and Only Love.
10 minutes or something?
Yes. And same with Love to Burn, which was 10 minutes.
It's a strong album. It's all the same folks. You got Frank Pancho San Pedro, Ralph
Thanks,
Molina,
Sandro.
Sandro
Billy
Pandro.
Talbot, Ralph Molina, the Crazy Horse lineup, David Briggs, Neil Young producing, Tim Mulligan's involved. It's all of his regular crew. But it does have a digital sound, so
No,
a little bit of a lower mark for me.
do you think if that got remastered, maybe it would sound
I
different?
don't know how you'd I mean, he could. He's done the same album
Wait, this
twice.
hasn't been
Well, I'm just wondering, like,
No.
if they had the raw
One note
tracks
about
without
this.
all
I
that.
think we found it on.
Production value.
Miss Cameron was saying something.
I was just wondering if they took the raw recordings, because it was done live in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
They probably could strip some of that away.
If you have the master tracks, you remix it.
That's what I'm wondering.
But that's assuming he.
It'd be like
doesn't
restoring
like
a
it.
nice piece of furniture that's been painted.
I would agree with that. If it had a more updated or less
dated.
less dated sound, I think it would be even
Note
better.
that on Neil Young Archives we found this 4LP expanded version of Ragged Glory.
That's
yeah?
true. We can mention that. Apparently in December he's coming out with a 4LP live
Oh.
Crazy Horse Ragged Glory, like the Ragged Glory tour.
Yeah, I'd be curious to hear that.
It's
I bet you it
called
would
Way
sound
Down
better.
the Rust
Yes.
Bucket, but I was talking about something else.
Oh.
There was an expanded version of Ragged Glory is what we saw in Neil Young Archives.
Really?
Oh, yeah, there's supposed to be another, like, more Ragged Glory music. I don't know if that's... I don't think that's part of the Way Down in the Rust Bucket release,
No.
which is December. But in any case,
Yeah.
that's something else. So,
Yeah, we got some new releases coming up, but
I liked hearing this on tape. I actually thought it sounded pretty good on tape.
yes.
Seems
Cassette.
works on cassette.
It does. This is a cassette album.
It's definitely a cassette album.
The record is...
I wish we still had our old
The
Volvo
re-
to
what about
listen
the
to it
rec-
in.
What about the record?
The vinyl version's pretty rare because it's never been reissued. So
It
costs
is 63 minutes long, and again, he puts 30 minutes onto a side.
Yeah.
Cram it in.
So do we want to before? Oh, let's talk about Shakey's. Can we do that? But
Well-
before you give your Shakey, I want to say something because we forgot to mention two
Oh
videos back.
Oh my god.
This is true. We
This
made a
note's
faux pas.
for you. We didn't give Grandpa Toby's.
Okay, here you go, Grandpa Toby. Okay, so I actually got a couple shout outs to give.
Oh wait, but
First, let's give his
you have to
shakies.
actually give. Grandpa Toby loved this note. Well, I wouldn't say he loved it, but he thought it was
He
quite
liked
good.
it.
He gave this notes for you 7 Shakeys. He thought we were too harsh to it.
Yes, Grandpa Toby, if you're listening out there,
Our bad.
yeah, sorry.
Okay, what were your shout outs you wanted to give?
Well, I have 2. Shout out to you, Grandpa Toby. I'm again sorry. The first 2, not the first 2 episodes. The other 2 episodes we did not mention your Shaky gives and
Shaky gives.
Shaky
Okay.
gives. And I noticed this. You guys did not.
Yes.
But I think I noticed that. I saw another comment on Reactor,
Oh, did you?
and it was Victoria.
Oh, what'd
Yes,
she
Aunt
say?
Victoria chiming in.
And yes, I thank you for subscribing, Aunt Victoria. I noticed that.
That's nice.
And I noticed that you commented on Reactor. You said something about God grant me the whatever it said in a different language on the
Oh,
record.
yeah, the
Oh, the Serenity Prayer.
the Serenity
The
Prayer.
one that was in Latin.
She talked about the Serenity Prayer.
Yes, she did. And she said, I'll listen to T-Bone.
All
I
right.
love that T-bone.
You like it.
Um,
All right. We
one
should
other
get to
quick
shake.
shout
We
out.
should give our shaky gives.
Thanks to John McGreevy for remixing in his own version.
Oh, that
of
was
Pops and Dove.
fascinating, John.
We haven't listened to it yet, but we will. He resequenced and remixed it
He-
in his and what he
How?
thought it should be. How? Well, he just he didn't I mean, he did it as much as he could. He sort of made it a little louder, I think, at times, and he put the tracks in a different order the way he
Yeah.
thought it would work.
Reimagining.
Like the country side and the guitar side.
Yeah, he mixed
He
them up.
interspersed them.
All right, Shakey's for Ragged Glory.
Shaky 7.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 6.5 Shakeys. I was on 7, but I kind of don't know that I would come back to this one all that much. Like, for instance, I would never pay up for a vinyl copy of this. If it gets reissued, I might snag it. But it's great. It's Neil having fun and definitely rocking out.
Yep. I'm 6 shakies.
6 Shakeys.
Yeah, better than average. I also don't think I would pick this up again. I mean, I would go back to Freedom for sure.
Yeah.
That was one I hadn't heard, and I was like kind of excited to
Freedom's
have like
strong.
another Neil Young record that I'm into. This one was fine. I thought, you know, Farmer John was fun. A couple other tracks were fun, but yeah, I don't think I'd really go back to it.
I'm surprised it ranks as high as it does for people. I mean,
Maybe
I
it's
think it's
just
just because it's a return to a rock album. People
Yeah.
get excited.
it also might just be because you know, there wasn't a lot of really great stuff going on in the
1990.
90s.
It's hard to remember what was happening in 1990. It's before the
Yeah, but
Nirvana
not
and
as
the
bad
grunge
as
thing.
those painful 80s.
Like, you know, maybe 1990 was a wee bit barren.
Okay. Well, but good. Glad to hear it.
Yep.
Up next, we have Ark and Weld live.